What's good, my patients? My name is Dr. Sandman. I'm gonna try to get through this video as fast as I can because I have a lot to say and YouTube only lets me upload 15-minute videos. Let me start off by saying I've never done a tarot review before and I've only seen a handful of tarot reviews in my time, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be leaving out information that people typically look for when watching these reviews. So how I found this deck, I was scrolling on Tumblr and I found a post about this deck, and I can't even put into words how fast I fell head over heels, over the moon, in love with this deck. Like, I nutted when I saw it, because I had been looking for a deck like this for so long. Like, I'm a little pop, I'm a little goth, I'm a little everything, so we're reviewing the Pop Goth Tarot. It's just so magnificent. Like, it's the perfect deck. You ever find something and you're just like, this was made with me in mind, like this was made for me? That's how I feel a little bit, exactly what I want. So I found this deck and I saw that they were starting a Kickstarter, and it was the third time they were starting this Kickstarter, and they said if it failed they weren't going to try to fund it again. And you can imagine my disappointment when it didn't get funded. I was devastated. I was also really upset for the person who was trying to make this happen. It failed, and I contacted them and I said, hey, is there any way I could buy this deck like in a singular form? Because like I was dead set on this. I had made up my mind the second I saw it that I wanted it and I was going to get it. So I said, is it possible? And they said, well, yeah, but it'd be really expensive because I'm not buying it in bulk. For the amount of money it would cost to order the deck, get it made, get the box for it made, get it shipped to my house, then get it shipped to yours, it would be $130. And I was like, shit, that's a lot of money. If it comes to that, I will gladly pay that, but I still, like, if I can get it cheaper, I'll try to. So I said, okay, well, how much would it cost without the box? Because I don't really need the box. And they said, well, you know, for all of that, like getting it made, sent here, blah, 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 like it would cost, without me making any money, it would be about $60. I said, okay, that's significantly less. But I was like, you know, that's not fair. So I said, okay, I'll give you $90 so that way you're still making profit, but I'll buy it without the box. And they were like, yeah, cool. I was like, oh my god. They sent it to me, and they also said, hey, if anybody wants to drop $90 to $130 in my PayPal, I'll send you a deck. So that's how you can get the deck, just message them. So I will leave a link to their Tumblr in the description below if you would like to check them out and get yourself a deck. And customer service, like, holy shit, the customer service was amazing. So I got the deck and I was like waiting for it. I was like checking every day, like, is it here? Is it in the mail? Mom, where is it? Where's my deck? And then it came, and not only did I get the deck, they also, out of the goodness of their heart, just because they could, sent me rocks. They sent me selenite, citrine, amethyst, and I don't have the quartz with me, it's in my collection currently. But like, if you have seen my other videos, or if you know me like in person, you would know that like my heart was soaring. Like I will throw my ass back for a rock. I love rocks. Rocks are my whole life, so that was a wonderful surprise. It was so nice, so thoughtful. And they sent a very helpful letter. One that said, thank you for buying the deck, and it also like gave some like reminders and pointers about the deck, and it also said what all the stones are for. Plus it's on Sailor Moon like writing paper. I think that's so cute and so cool. And that's how my mom knew the package was for me. She's like, oh, there's Sailor Moon on this, it must be for you. And I'm like, you know it's good. Not only that, but they were thoughtful enough to put lavender in the box, so like for protection during traveling. And the bag that it came with still smells like lavender, and it smells like my aunt's old house, so that's like really nostalgic and cool for me. On to the deck. Oh yeah, you also get the option to get it in either matte or glossy. It's entirely your choice. I have a glossy deck and I have several matte decks, and I'm not a fan of glossy decks. I'm just saying that right now. I just don't like glossy decks that much, or at all. It's just, they're slippery. I don't like it. So so I got the matte finish. You do have the choice, and you know, which is really nice considering how if you just get a deck from the store or even online, in a lot of cases you're pretty much stuck with what you get. So it's nice to have that option. Here's what the back of the deck looks like. It looks like this. There's the triple moon symbol, which is incorporated into a unicrystal hexagram. I think this is very unique. I've never really seen symbols incorporated like this. Let me also say that like when I got this, I was screaming. Like I was so in love with it on the internet, and that when I knew it was going to be better than I imagined when I got it in person. and it was light years ahead of like what I imagined it would be, so I'm so happy with this deck, and I think I frightened my mom a bit when I was screaming so much. Something that's really interesting about this deck, and I'm going to show you a few cards, not all of them, but quite a few, is that it's rich in diversity. There's a lot of cards with people of color, which you don't typically see in decks unless it's specifically about like a certain color and like celebrating a certain culture. So love that, first of all. Second of all, like there's a lot of LGBT plus representation. Coming from a transgender, androgynous, gay, asexual man, having LGBT plus representation is like so nice. It's Gucci. I'm so happy. And like, again, this is the pop goth tarot, so it's got a lot of pop culture influence and also goth influence. So that's like pretty much everything I fucking love in life. So that's pretty lit. Something that I thought that I'd mention is that with a lot of decks, actually, people change the name of some of the cards. The only names that are really changed are the court cards in the minor arcana, and I'm going to list them off for you. Okay, so the page cards in the minor arcana are changed to the princess, the student, the initiate, and the artist. The knights are changed to, knight is changed to the prince, the mystic, the warrior, and the visionary, and the queen is the queen, the mother, the lady, and the creationist, and the king is changed to the king, the father, the lord, and the architect. So I think that's really fascinating, and at first I was like, okay, it'll get me a little while to get a hang of it, but like after reading with it a bit, by the way, I've only had it for 2 weeks, so I have used it quite a lot in those 2 weeks, but I'm still learning, I'm still getting there. But like after using it a bit, I'm like starting to really see why they made those decisions, and I really get it, and I think that it was a very wise decision to make. Also, they said that early on in the letter, they said that as of right now, we are the only two people in the world who have this deck, which I like sort of knew like going into this because I was getting a Kickstarter and like it failed and I was the first one to buy it, so I knew that already, but just reading it and like solidifying that fact, I was like, oh, I feel a little bougie, but like I'm just like, sorry. But yeah, by the way, really nice letter, really like personal and like not like cold or anything. Now I'm just going to show you a bit of the deck. Obviously I'm not going to show you every card, that would take too long, but I am going to show you a lot of my favorites and also cards that I feel like everyone wants to see when looking through a tarot deck. So like Death, the Lovers, etc. Because they're like the most like infamous cards, if you will. Here's one of my favorites, the High Priestess. Love that. Like, by the way, oh, this is just such a beautiful deck. The Hermit. Okay. Just such a beautiful deck. It's like there's a lot of like vaporwave inspiration and like just the graphic design is just phenomenal. The imagery is so unbelievable. And that is the Seven of Cups. Takes me a minute sometimes. But oh yeah, something that's really cool is something that they do to tie all the suits together is that they all have like, they kind of lean towards one color scheme. So I'll have to like figure it out again, but like there's like green, purple, I think blue is another one, but like all the suits have like a similar color scheme within the particular suit, so you could like kind of group them together, and I think that's really cool. It's a nice add-on. This one, oh my god, I love this one, the Warrior of Swords. Just, oh my god, it gives me like a little Kill Bill vibe, you know? And here's the Sun. I love the Sun. That one's absolutely magnificent. The Hanged Man. There we go. Just the color choices. Oh, this one's one of my absolute favorites. Justice. See, oh, this is actually, I think this is a picture of the person who actually created the deck, and this is the Queen of Cups. So cups have like this kind of pink color scheme, whereas the other ones have a different color scheme. I think Pentacles have like a green color scheme, but very cool, very cool. My friend thought this one was funny. I actually really like it. It's very aggressive. Really love it. Oh, so lovely. I wish I could show you all of them because they're all just so beautiful, but hey, buy it. Oh, I saw this one on the internet and I knew I was gonna love it 10 times more when I got it in person, and I was right. This is the Six of Wands, and in the back it says cleanliness is close to godliness. Very cool. Oh, the Lovers card, again, like LGBT plus representation. Really dig that. The Devil card is, oh, it's stunning, and you could see like all like the hidden symbology, like the I think it's called like, it's one of the alchemic crosses or like alchemic symbols on the forehead of the woman, and it's just like all the hidden symbolism. It's just, it's so smart and like cleverly done. Very, very in love with this deck. The Hierophant, just fucking perfect. The, oh god, okay, the Eight of Swords. I really like the like low-key vaporwave aesthetic that's continuous among these cards. This would be the Nine of Pentacles. Very lovely. The Moon, oh my god, the Moon. Fuck me up with that moon, honestly. Okay, these are all like completely out of order because like I said, I've been using it. So, oh, the Empress is phenomenal. Just, oh my god, the imagery, the choices like made were so, oh, just, oh my god. And the Magician, and a lot of these cards, like I'm still learning with this deck. I still have like a lot of reading to do before I feel like I've mastered reading it, but it's exceptionally easy for me to read, which is a lot to say because I usually work with the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. This is the Princess of Cups. I work with the Raven's Prophecy Tarot, and that's like my go-to deck, and that's like very easy for me to read. And like I also have the Penny Dreadful Tarot and the Steampunk Tarot, but like that Raven's Prophecy is so easy for me to read. I'm still like learning with this deck, as you do with most decks that you have, or all decks that you have really, but it's exceptionally easy for me to read. This is the Six of Cups. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love like the juxtaposition of the color and like the monochrome. Oh, so smart. And but oh, okay, I think this is my favorite card in the whole deck, which is Strength. I think because it reminds me of my best friend, because one, she's a strong person, and like all the sunflowers and the yellow, and like she's like a yellow kind of person, like looks like her color, and also the lions, and she's a Leo. So I love it because it reminds me of my best friend. Also, look at that. Isn't that fucking gorgeous? Okay. This would be the Two of Wands. Really into this deck. Again, you have to just get it, like, get good. The Five of Wands. That, like, the imagery in that is so clever and so well thought out. I really love that. Here's Death. The Death card is so beautiful. Let me do like a little close-up. So wonderful. So yeah, I'm also working on a deck myself, like just for no reason, like just because it's fun. I think everyone should make their own deck just because it's fun for no other reason. And plus, like, if you make it, then you can read it easier than anyone. But I will never be able to make a deck so beautiful. This is Temperance. A deck so beautiful and so well thought out, and just like, I'm just awestruck with this deck. I'm so in love with it. I'm gonna use this forever. The Mother of Pentacles. This one's so gorgeous. Just so lovely. The Prince of Cups. Alright, I hope that was a good enough look through. It's just, there's so, I really do wish that I could show you all of them, but like, I'm on a time limit. So, again, I will leave a link to the Tumblr where you can contact this person if you want this deck. Highly worth it. It was, I know I paid $90 for it, but it was genuinely worth every penny, and I would have paid more if I had to, and it still would have been worth every single penny. Also, you should check out this person's music, because like, they make music and they make like mixes. They have a mix called, I think it's Ocean, like O-S-H-U-N, and I listened to it this morning, but I like listen to it like almost every day that I do my makeup, and I will provide a link to that below if you want to like, give that a little listen. Really good, highly recommend. You should also listen to their other music. I think they have a YouTube channel as well, but yes, just ugh, it's just the perfect deck. I'm so in love with it. I'm so happy with it. Thank you again for to the person who sent this to me who had it made. If you like this video or if you like this deck, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, leave a comment if you like, or if you want me to do a review for any of my other tarot, leave a comment, let me know. I will leave links to my social media in the description below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!